the CEO actually found himself in the hospital and spotted his girlfriend who had been missing for 5 years. When they met again, memories came flooding back like a tide. The woman saw the CEO looking at her, his eyes filled with resentment, but she didn't dare to meet his gaze and immediately wanted to push her daughter away. But the CEO grabbed her, demanding to know why she'd left without a word back then. The woman didn't want to get tangled with him, only whispering that he had the wrong person. But such a poor lie, how could it fool the man? Seeing this, the first love hurried forward to claim her territory, quickly taking the CEO's arm, reminding him they needed to go for their premarital checkup. The two passed each other just like that. But how could the woman forget this man she loved deeply for 5 years? 5 years ago they were a loving couple, until that day when the man suddenly had a heart attack and was rushed to the hospital. Doctors said he needed a large sum for surgery, but for the woman who'd just graduated, she simply couldn't afford it. In the end, with no other choice, she knelt before the man's mother, bowing her head and begging her to save the CEO. The man's mother laid out a condition, saying she'd agree to pay only if the woman left her son, and promised never to appear again. Desperate, she had no choice but to agree. What she didn't realize at all was that she was already pregnant with his child. Yet before leaving, she only left a breakup letter, filled with cruel words. The man was furious after reading it. He couldn't wrap his head around it. How his girlfriend would leave him for money. 5 years passed in a flash. His daughter was already 5 years old, but had inherited his congenital heart disease, needing a large sum for surgery just like he did back then. Never did she expect that bringing her daughter to the hospital this time, she'd run into the man she hadn't seen in 5 years. Then the next day, when she went to the gallery to meet an investor, she found that the investor was none other than her ex-boyfriend. Want to see what happens next? Subscribe to me.